You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn connects you with experts from all over the world to help you take charge of your career, your business, and your life. Rap along with us. Visit drjacalyn.com to learn how to become a guest or a sponsor. And now, the doctor is in.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is a special broadcast. We normally would be streaming Life's Amazing Journey with John Christian, but John has the day off. So we have an extra special gift for you today. You are watching Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn, musical theater tips, an interview with Alissa Finn. And joining me today is my co-host, Doctor Who of Business, Ben Chai. I'll be your host, executive producer, director, and broadcast engineer, and we are so excited to have you. Let me bring out Doctor Who. Hello, my friend. How are you?
Hi. Yes, great. Thank you. And really looking forward to today's amazing event. Musical theatre tips from the incredible Alissa Finn.
And thank you so much for having this brilliant idea. I want our audience to know that you and I were working last night. You came up with this brilliant idea to have Alissa on and got her on the phone and amazingly pulled this whole thing off in such a short turnaround. So thank you, Doctor Who.
Yes, it reminds me of when we had Adam, the dancer from Mamma Mia, and so on. Just call people up. Hey, are you for an interview?
So do share how you know Alissa.
Well, actually, I met her at an event run by a guy called James Simpson. And in this event, we because of COVID, we're not allowed to have more than 30 people in a place in the UK. But there's a lot of people from the media, actors, singers, and all kinds of people. We had someone who looks for locations for people's for people's film sets and so on. So just really, we had another person who provides costumes and themes for people. So it was just a great event, and that's where I met Alissa.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for bringing her here. And I think anybody who's over on Clubhouse, the Clubhouse app, there's been focus on musical theater. And I know myself, I've always been a huge fan of musical theater. I just love the fact that people are so talented that they can act and they can sing and they can engage an audience. And so we're going to have a little taste of that today here on this show.
I'm just looking forward to it. I can't say anything else at the moment.
All right, let's bring out our guest, Alissa Finn. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Perfect. We'd love to have you here. And I was just getting to know you a little bit before the show, and I'm so honored that you performed a little snippet of two of your numbers, and I had chills. I thought, oh my goodness, this is truly amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Question I have for you is, I know we're going to have you perform some of your numbers, but what is it like to perform on a platform like this as opposed to being on an actual stage with people there in the audience? I mean, we have people here, obviously, but it's different.
Yeah. It's so different, really. During lockdown, I went back home to my family in New York, and we did 3 lockdown concerts streamed on Facebook. And it was the most nerve-wracking thing I have ever done, because it's a weird concept, because in theater normally part of your job is to engage with the audience, with the people in front of you. But in a live stream concert, you can't do that. You're just singing to your little microphone, and it's different, and it's a different skill, because also at the same time, while you're singing, while you're sharing a message, you know that there are just people watching, and you don't know how many people, but you know that they are. So to be perfectly honest, it took me a while to get used to it, but by the 3rd concert, I was a lot more comfortable.
Thanks for sharing that. I think, and Doctor Who, you can relate to that as well as a performer.
Well, actually, I've been a radio presenter for quite a while, so I was kind of used to just chatting with people who may or may not be listening, and I used to do crazy things like juggling on the radio. Yeah, that didn't work. so there are certain things that kind of don't work because there's no visual element to that. And I think we've got different elements for producing these concerts. So I saw Alissa live, but as you say, Dr. J, we've had the performances on Clubhouse, and Alyssa's also shared about performances on Zoom and indeed in this StreamYard app. And I think you do need to deal with aspects very, very differently. And one of them is the sound quality. So when I've been watching some of the Clubhouse concerts, so not just the musical theatre, the singers really have to rein themselves in a lot compared to if they were on stage, where they can really belt out and let people show their voice range, their vibrato, and so on. But with Clubhouse and indeed here, the technical setup is very, very different. And so I'm always suggesting to people just to bring it in slightly bit for the app, not for themselves, because they're wonderful performers already. It's just that the app itself can distort the voice when people are really pitching.
Yes, I've noticed if you have the phone too close to them, then it sounds very muffled.
Yeah. And what some of the top singers in Clubhouse have now done is they spend a little time with each other in a private room, just adjusting all their music and singing their songs and getting feedback from the other people, so that they know when they're distorting or whether what they're trying to portray isn't coming across.
Yes, that sounds like a great idea. Rehearsal, and get feedback always.
Yeah, you know what I'm like on feedback.
I definitely do. So, Alissa, as we mentioned, we're so happy to have you here. You are an actor and a singer. You have a lot of experience coming from a musical family. You're from New York, but you're actually based in London now, which I have to get to London. There's so many cool people over there. It's amazing. So I would love to have you perform a number for us, and then we'll take a break and we'll talk a little bit about it. Is there anything you want us to know before you start to perform?
Well, this is a song, So Many People by Stephen Sondheim. Let me start that over again. Here we are. I said the man for me must have a castle, a man of means he'd be, a man of fame. And then I met a man who hadn't any, without a penny to his name. I had to go and fall for so much less than what I had planned from all the magazines. I should be good and sore. What am I happy for? I guess the man needs more than the means. So many people in the world, and what can they do? they'll never know love like my love for you. So many people laugh at what they don't know. Well, that's their concern. If just a few, say 500,000 or so, could see us, they'd learn. So many people in the world don't know what they've missed. They'd never believe such joy could exist. And if they tell us it's a thing we'll outgrow, they're jealous as they can be. That with so many people in the world, you love me.
The voice of an angel.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah. Whoa.
Thank you.
how do you feel?
Good. A little nervous, but good.
Well, you didn't seem nervous at all. It was just like being on Broadway.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Really enjoyed it. I love Stephen Sondheim, so his music. His music to me, it's gold. It really is.
Yeah, do you know that Stephen Sondheim was coached by Hammerstein?
No.
You know Rodgers and Hammerstein?
Yes.
And,
Yes.
Yeah, he was coached by them.
Wow.
Just a little snippet.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, we're going to take a commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll talk more with Alissa and get some more background about your exciting career, and then have you perform again.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Story Garden. Your host, Diane Boehm. I'm so happy to have you here today.
Diane Floyd Boehm tells wonderful stories that warm the heart, spark the imagination, and unite people and families across generations. For children, Diane's Harry the Camel connects with all of us who've ever wondered how different our lives might have been if only we'd been born something better, like a wonderful horse instead of an ordinary camel. In the end, we all learn along with Harry that there's nothing better than just being yourself. Diane's Little Girl in the Moon looks down on earthbound children and wonders if they know she's just like them. A story of love, home, and the bond between mother and daughter, its powerful theme that we're each of us different yet all of us the same plants a seed in children that promises to blossom within a loving and trusting grown-up. Diane's new biography, Rise, recounts the experiences of her grandmother, Ruby, to reveal the hidden strength of the human spirit. Ruby's story inspires all of us to become the best versions of ourselves. You'll find all of Diane's delightful books and much more at DianeFloydBoehm.com. Visit DianeFloydBoehm.com. That's DianeFloydBoehm.com.
The world of healthcare is benefiting us in many ways, but the risk of becoming a victim to an airborne infection is increasing at a fast pace too. There are threats from viruses, allergic pollen, and chemicals which cause you loss of health, income, business, mental health, family and friends. All are at stake. One solution to this threat are the BV Air Sanitation Placide-based systems. When you call our team on 0208 104 3253, you find out about the amazing protection available. Protection that uses certified Battlefield, tested, standard and customized air disinfection systems for your personal and business use. Each system uses a filterless technology known as Placide, which attacks all airborne particles with microlighting to destroy and eliminate viruses and other harmful particles in your office, transport and home. You also benefit from extra bonuses such as low running and maintenance costs, no regular filter and part changes. You get to work with our trained experts and professional staff and be made aware of the latest in airborne protection and disinfection strategy. Keep yourself healthy by working with our trained experts and Placide virus killing systems, which keep you safe from airborne viruses. BV Air Sanitation Limited. We save lives, save businesses, and prevent infection. Schedule your free consultancy call and virus protection checklist. Call 0208 104 3253 or connect to us on www.bvbuster.com.
You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. You're watching a special program that we are thrilled to bring to you today. It's musical theater tips and interview with Alissa Finn. She is an actor. She is a singer. She is an incredible performer and just wowed us with a beautiful piece. And she's from New York. She's from a musical family. She's got music in her genes, so to speak. And now she is in London. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I know you have your whole family is involved in music, but when did you realize you had a true gift?
Oh, well, oh gosh. Honestly, I mean, I can't say when was the moment where I was like, oh, I have a gift. But I can say the moment when I realized that I wanted to be on stage and really wanted to pursue it. I was 10 years old. I was in a production of Cats, Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats. It was at a community theater, and I just remember getting into this, well, there's a part where you kind of like, you're in your little cat ball and then you stand up and you're in your cat position, ready to pounce. And I just remember, I was about to leap. I looked into the light and I was like, I love this so much, just to myself. And, little 10-year-old Alissa was like, okay, this is lovely. And I love this so much. And I'm so happy here right now. And I want to keep on doing it. So yeah, it's when I was a cat.
Thank you for sharing that story. I remember when I was in high school and I was in a show called Can Can, and it was just so cool to be dressed up in the costume and look out on the stage. So musical theater is also about telling a story. Mm-hmm. And you do it really well. I could just see from your animations that it's a passion that you have and you're really good at it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
What does it mean to you to be able to tell that story?
Well, it depends on the story, I guess. I mean, there are some characters that you fall into naturally that you can just sort of do, and it does give you a sort of power in a way. I over people, over the audience, over younger people, just how they listen to you and how they perceive what you're saying, what you're singing. Like I remember doing a performance. It was while I was studying at Cal State Northridge. I was in an opera. I was playing Amore in Orfeo di Euridice. And there's this little girl who would come to rehearsals every once in a while. Like one of her mom was a dancer in the ensemble. And she would always, sit and listen to me sing. And she was really cute and lovely. And when after one performance, she came up to me. She's like, I want to sing opera now. That was so lovely. And that just meant the world to me. I mean, when you can see, especially when you see young people becoming interested in theater or in music or in opera, I mean, that's amazing. So, I mean, that for me is what it's all about. It's when you carry a message, when you inspire people to maybe even think different ways or to explore different ideas. I mean, I really truly believe that theater is where you learn how to empathize, or is a way that you can empathize with other people. And yeah, I've always found the theater to be an incredibly powerful space.
Now, I'm interested, if I can just dial it back a tiny bit. Why did you pick that particular song to share with our audience? What about the character makes you feel kind of, oh, this is I identify with this person?
Oh, well, it's just about a woman in love, really, who falls in love with someone that she didn't really want to fall in love with or expected herself to fall in love with. And through the song, she sort of realizes that this is actually who she wants to be with, even though maybe he's not the most attractive, maybe he's not the most financially stable, but for some reason she loves him and he loves her, and it's just the most amazing and fulfilling thing. And you realize that you don't really need anything else, that everything else is just sort of fluff. So and I get that. I know that. I know that person. I know that feeling when you fall in love with someone that you didn't really, I don't want to say you didn't want to, but you didn't expect to, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. J, have you ever had that?
I was just thinking I've ever had that. I don't think so. I mean, it has happened, but it was the wrong person. So I didn't expect to, but then it didn't work out. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
How about you, Doctor Who?
I think it's more the other way around, and so I'm very careful not to break people's hearts and stuff like that. So I've been very lucky, which is really bizarre compared to the early days of my life when I was always people's friend and getting friend zoned a lot if anyone wanted to. And today it's just like, no, I don't think you really are in love with me. You're probably in love with some kind of persona that I emit.
I think that's an interesting point I'd like to just dig into a little bit. So we've seen a number of shows, reality TV shows or Dancing with the Stars, where people work so closely together, right? And when you're dancing with someone or you're performing, you're spending a lot of time with the person. Sometimes there's physical contact that's involved, especially with dancing. Yeah. So how do you keep from falling for someone? Or if someone has fallen for you and you still have to continue to perform with them, that's got to be a kind of an awkward situation. And Ben, it sounds like you've had that happen.
Well, I actually just think that that's a natural, it's just natural. It's so intense. And that's why, all these famous actors allegedly have these affairs, but, they're away from their significant other for a very, very long time. And this is not an excuse, because I know some of our guests will kill me for this, but it's very difficult not to succumb to some kind of temptation, especially if you're like in another relationship, but you're with somebody else over and over and over. I mean, we saw this with David Schwimmer and Jennifer Aniston, where he recently said, well, actually, we did have a spark, but they had other relationships at the time, and they would manage just about not to have that relationship. And I think I thought that interview was very honest. I think it's, I see the same thing. I used to work at a school. Some of the teachers, it's very intense. And when you're working together in an intense environment, everything is heightened, including one's passions.
Good points.
Mhm.
Alissa, what are your thoughts on it?
No, I really agree with what Ben said. Honestly, I mean, it is. If you're in a show and you're working with someone and your characters fall in love, I mean, you spend so much time with each other. You may even have like a stage kiss. I mean, you just have to be open and honest with each other. Like if someone is in a relationship, then you have to state that. You just have to, create boundaries, and then I think you're going to be okay. Honestly, it's really all just it's about being honest. At the end of the day, I think. Even if there is an attraction, you have to think in your mind, like, okay, like, am I attracted to you, or am I attracted to the character that you're portraying? And am I attracted to this scene that we're doing together? And this, especially when, I mean, it's the most amazing feeling when you feel like you can connect with someone through your artistry, whether your voices just blend really well together. I mean, for me, I'm immediately like, but then I have to sort of like step away and rethink, okay, like, what do I really have feelings for this person, or is it just the situation? Because I feel like oftentimes we just fall in love with the situation and not the person. Yeah. So that's my thought.
Yeah, that's. We did say we should share some musical theatre tips, Alissa.
Yeah.
For people who heard just to totally change the direction of this conversation.
Yeah.
For people who want to get into musical theatre, what kind of tips would you suggest for them?
Oh, do your research. Listen to musicals. Let that become your, I don't want to say your life, but watch musical theater. Go to the theater. Watch performances. Watch things online. Listen to musicals, and start singing. And it's really if it's something that you love and that you're passionate about, it should be easy. Like, it should be easy to get into musical theater in the way of like sparking a passion, I guess to say. And then, you start paying attention to certain singers that you like, and then you could try and, sing like them and try and figure out, like, oh, what are they doing here? Maybe I could do that with my voice. And play around with it. If someone is interested in getting into musical theater, listen to theater, go to the theater. I mean, they're especially nowadays. I mean, you can literally just pick up your phone and then search a musical, watch a musical on, a little tiny screen. I mean, you can get instant gratification from a musical online.
What about getting singing lessons and so on? Do you think that's important?
Yeah. I mean, I also teach singing lessons as well, and that's, I mean, definitely. I still take singing lessons every once in a while, but it's always as an artist, I think it's always really important to keep on learning, to keep on pushing yourself. I mean, there are aspects of like my performance that I always want to work on, aspects of my voice that I always want to work on, that I always want to grow or be able to develop, because also your voice is always changing. Like, how I sing now is completely different to how I used to sing even a year, 2 years ago. So I definitely recommend singing lessons, dance classes, but then also, I do realize that this can add up price-wise, but there are also so many things that you can find online, whether it's on YouTube. You can look up voice lessons with different musical theater artists, with voice teachers. I know Natalie Weiss is absolutely phenomenal, and she talks about technique and proper belt technique. So that's a way to start getting engaged in singing lessons and understanding your voice and how to use it properly.
Yeah, I love that. Way back in the mid 2006, 7, 8, 9, we had Andrew Lloyd Webber create a reality TV series to cast eight people for some of his West End theatre shows, and there was a lot of great feedback for people who wanted to or who were auditioning to try and win these coveted places. Yeah, so I totally understand what you're saying, that these people loved musical theatre so much. And I think one of the shows was about Oliver, and they were trying to master that Cockney accent and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that I mean, I feel like Americans and just me, we struggle with so much. I can't speak with the Cockney accent to save my life.
So let's say that you do love it and you do your research.
Yeah.
How do you get discovered? Like now we have Clubhouse where people can go. What are some other ways that people can get discovered?
Oh God, Instagram. I mean, social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, any platform that you can find. There will probably be a new one next week. Yeah, but also sing for people, sing for your friends, sing for your family, because that's also, you can be talented in your little space, but that doesn't mean anything if you're not, broadcasting it someplace else. And it's actually something that I struggle with, because I don't necessarily, how do I say this? Marketing, when I say marketing, taking videos and putting it on Instagram or developing a TikTok, that's not something that comes naturally to me. Like, I'm just not that business oriented in that way, but it's something that I have to do and that I've learned how to do. And I think it's a really good skill to have, especially when it comes to sort of promoting your, I guess I could say, product, because you as an artist, you are a business. You are the CEO of your own company. So yeah, you do have to learn the business aspect of being a performer.
Right. Because Dr. J used to run your own business in events.
Yes, I actually worked for a company so it wasn't my business. This is my business here. So I've learned so many things. It's not just about, in addition to broadcasting and hosting and producing and directing, there's a business to run, and there's, legal things you have to take care of. It's a lot of things that you wouldn't expect. And it's not just Dr. Jacalyn, it's everything that goes on behind the scenes. And Doctor Who, with all the businesses that you have and have had, you know this better than anyone.
Yeah. We've created a really substantial business through social media, actually, in several areas. So you're absolutely right. But it's consistency of your posting. And as I'm always sharing with people, could you, amidst all your posts about cats and the food you've eaten and the countries you've visited, could you just put 2 posts a week about what you do in your business and show it off, whether you're a singer sharing a song. I think it's probably a bit more difficult to do that than, say, Instagram or Facebook, because of the legal aspects, and they instantly block it. YouTube is fine, but find the platform for singers. And the same, I think I was sharing with Dr. J about a lady who just used to fix boilers, and I just asked her to just post something about boilers that, she said, no, man, my Facebook is private. It's for my family and friends. But anyway, she took my advice, and in 6 months' time, she got a very large contract. So you're absolutely right, Alissa. It's just about getting out and doing the marketing aspect. And I mean, obviously, when some of the performers have sufficient finances, they can find someone to do this for them. But until that time, it's very, very challenging.
Yeah, no, definitely. You just sort of have to figure it out on your own, really. I mean, I in a way, like during lockdown, I found it useful to sort of start building a platform for myself. So because theaters weren't open, you couldn't go and sing in front of people because, you're like, will I get diseased? It's probably a terrible thing to say, but, it sort of pushed me to sort of like look look at myself and be like, okay, what do I have? What do I have to say? Like, what if someone were to Google my name? What do you find? Like, who am I outside of the performer on stage? So then, you build a website, you get a voice reel, you develop your Instagram, you post videos, you tweet. It's just the things that become necessary to being an artist in the 21st century.
Alissa, I have a question that I just was wondering for everybody who is a performer. Is there value, and if so, what is the value of doing a live performance on Instagram, for example, just going live or going live on Facebook? Is there value in that?
Yes, it's terrifying. It's terrifying, but I think it's really, I could speak from personal experience. I was petrified before I did my first Facebook live stream, but I think it really pushes you as a performer, and it just puts you out there, because it's quite a bold thing to do, but it's also really exciting and liberating in a way, because you just do it, and then it's like, okay, this is me, this is my talent, and we're gonna see what happens, because it's either that or it's nothing at the end of the day. So you really only have two options. It's either you're gonna sit in your room and not do anything, or you're going to do a live stream or post videos and hopefully make connections and network. And it's terrifying, but it can also be rewarding too. You just gotta go for it.
Great answer. Dr. Who, I know you've also done Facebook Lives, and obviously we're live now, but I went to Instagram because we can't stream to Instagram because they won't permit it, is my understanding. And twice I did an Instagram Live while I was broadcasting. I was literally terrified, and I just ended it because I thought, this is too much. I don't know. I just feel so weird.
I actually used to teach people how to do Facebook Lives. And at one stage, I was on everybody's Facebook because I would be doing the Facebook Live with them. These are all the people I knew. So I'd be popping up in everyone else's feed. And it was crazy, and that attracted even more connections for myself, because they'd see me broadcasting in XYZ's social media, and they think, oh, who is this guy? He's a bit crazy because he doesn't really take life too seriously, and I get loads of connections as a result. So Facebook Live, I think it's an Instagram Live and LinkedIn, and you can now do this all on YouTube, and I used to do it on Periscope. I used to play with the algorithms to try and understand them a little bit. But I think these are great ways to build your following, and who knows where that will lead. You just never know. Yeah.
And Ben, you said something in one of our other shows that really resonated with me. It's when you show up, there could be one person watching, right? Or there could be hundreds of thousands, but you have to deliver for your best. You have to show up for that one person because they showed up for you. Yeah,
that's so true. And as we've showed up for Alissa, I was wondering when we're going to get the next the next gem.
Oh yes.
We're ready.
Okay, my speaker turned off, so let me just reconnect.
Yeah. So do share a little bit about why you've chosen this second song and the character that this song is involved with.
Sure. So this is The Girl in 14G by Janine Tesori. It's just fun. Really, that's all I can say. And it also, the song showcases 3 different characters in one song. So I just really enjoy singing it, to be honest. It's really that simple. And I think I'll have a go, if that's all right.
Please do.
Okay, great. I may have to rework my camera a little bit. Okay. Having a change of scenery.
So,
Okay. Lovely. Let me just make sure we're okay. We are not.
yeah. Yeah, I need to adjust the camera. That's great.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you had it right just now.
Now we're good. Okay.
All right. Yeah, you're looking great.
Sit on the couch. Okay, lovely.
Yeah, we can still see you when you sit on the couch.
Fantastic. Okay, listen. Okay, we're happy. Yay! I love this song. It's so much fun. I just get excited. Okay, this is Girl.
And you just can't hide it.
I just can't hide it. Oh dear. Okay. Just moved in to 14G, so cozy, heaven for a house like me, with quiet by the lease, full pets are banned, parties too, and no solicitation. Window seats with foreign view, a perfect charming look, and lost in my Jane Austen when I hear. Say it isn't so, not the flat below. From an opera wannabe in 13G, a matinee of some cantata, Wagner's Ring and Traviata. My first night in 14B, I'll put up with Puccini, I'll brew myself a cup of tea, crochet until she's feeding at that state, not a peep, except the clock tick-tocking. Now I lay down to sleep, a comfy bed, brush my head, and scratch it, I do we fly the dawn to the spirit point of feeling? Now the girl upstairs wakes me unawares, blowing down from 15G, her Emily. She's scatting like her name is Ella. Guess who answers a cappella? I'm not one to raise my voice, make a fuss, or speak my mind, but might I query? Would you mind if, could you kindly stop? That felt good. Stop! 13, 15, 14B. How about unlike not quite 3-part harmony? All day, all night, we're singing. Peace and quiet. Shout out loud, I've changed my diet, all because of 14G.
I am literally speechless.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like I was watching 10 different people perform right then, because you have so many talents in different ranges. It was absolutely mind-blowing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed that. Thank you again for having me. It was just fun.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to watch it again.
Thank you.
Yeah, I noticed that I couldn't find the link, Dr. J, for this show.
Oh, it's on Facebook right now?
Okay, then I'll look for that.
Perfect.
I was looking for it on YouTube, so yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. That's fantastic. So, Dr. J, I am out of questions and so on. So, what would you like to say? What would Alissa like to say?
I'd like to ask Alissa, I know you were classically trained, and
Yeah.
Can you share with our audience what the value is in that?
A knowledge of a different way to sing, and using that technique and other aspects of your voice as well. I mean, it's quite helpful. But also just, I mean, knowledge is power. So, I mean, I think a lot about, my 4 years studying classical music, because it's just a different way of singing, and it's a different way of using your voice. And it's not necessarily a way that I sing very much anymore. I mean, I used to sing opera all the time and theater, but that's not something that I really do, which is also part of the reason why I love this song, because it gets to showcase, different styles of singing. But while I was studying opera, yeah, it's just a completely different technique, and it's also amazing to listen to other singers and other differing repertoire as well. And it also, I think it helps develop your musicality and the way that you listen to music and all different styles of music. So I find it quite valuable, actually.
Thank you. I think it's really helpful to have your perspective, because obviously you know what you're doing. You have an incredible passion, and you just bring joy just hearing your voice. Thank you. So what's coming up for you? Where can we see you? How can we support you?
I'm doing a cabaret August 25th at Piano Smithfield. You can also follow me on Instagram. I am also on YouTube as well. You could just look up Alissa Finn. That's the website.
Okay. Okay. And for people who are on the radio listening and they can't see your banner, what is the best way to reach out to you?
Yeah, you could reach me at my Instagram, Alissa Lua Finn, or connect with me on Facebook at Alissa Finn, and that is ALISSAFINN.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for being here, Alissa. You are just truly a beautiful person, and I just... starting my day off with you singing has just been a true delight.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It's been a joy. Thank you for having me, both of you.
Yes, we'd love to have you back on one of our other shows as well. Perfect. Perfect.
Great.
All right. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of your day and weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thanks again, Alissa.
Thank you.
It's beautifully and sunny today, Dr. J.
It is pouring rain here. I do want to let our audience know, and thanks for bringing that to my attention, that we are not live on all of the platforms. And I'm going to say that is my fault. When I created the broadcast studio, it looks like I didn't stream live to everywhere. So I will be uploading the file to our different platforms. So stay tuned for that in between shows.
Cool.
So, Doctor Who, before I let you go, any exciting plans that you have for the weekend?
No, I'm not. I'm actually not feeling very well, so I'm going to go to bed now.
Okay. All right, good. Well, take care of yourself, and thanks for being here, and thanks for the introduction to Alissa.
My pleasure, and I'll see you soon, as always.
Always. Take care of yourself. Feel better.
Thank you, Dr. J.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, Alissa, such an angel. Beautiful outside, beautiful inside, and that voice It's amazing. We don't have to go to New York. We don't have to go to London. We're just watched it right here. Okay, I want to make a few announcements. Coming up in 45 minutes, we have A Better You, lessons from the best coaches, consultants, and trusted advisors. And then we have, right after that, fashion, fitness, travel, and leisure. And after that, we have I Have a Story to Tell, followed by presenting pet psychic Amina and her guests. And then we're finishing the day out with stories of hope, inspiration, and overcoming adversity. Today is a big day for Mr. Tony Moore, who is a UK singer and songwriter. He has released his latest song. Actually, he has a new album. And we're going to play as a tribute to him his song Route 66, his take on a classical song and his performance of it. So here's to you, Tony Moore. Hope you're having a great day with your release of this song. We'll see you again shortly. Bye.